Hey everybody, it's Jason Blaha with Ice Cream Fitness here. It's still early in the morning on Saturday, and by the way, the Monday Q&A thread is up, so you guys go check it out. I'll link it down below. On like my second cup of coffee, and I just got into a discussion, just a short one. I put my take on it because it seems like I kind of am always going to get addressed in these debates when they come up online. And it's over on Ian McCarthy's No Bullshit Bodybuilding page. There's a discussion about this talk of fake natties and the illusions of it and why a lot of these guys aren't as big as a lot of people think they are, which is an interesting point. It is an interesting topic. And yes, absolutely, being shredded and lean can create an illusion of size and make someone look like they are a hell of a lot bigger than they are in pictures and photos. And when you meet them in person, you realize they are really, really tiny. All right, guys, but hold on, let me give you guys a bicep shot. Now, all of that being said, some points are raised. There are people who get genuinely hurt by this debate, and they do get accusations. And people are talking about the accusations, and I want to raise a point here of the practical value for you as a consumer of this fake natty discussion. Let's set aside accusations, because I don't want people, as a result of this video, to accuse anybody. This video is not going to be about accusations or any one individual saying, hey, that guy is on gear. But the point comes up of that a lot of these individuals who claim natural, many of them competitive naturals, have a financial incentive to lie. Does that mean they're lying by default? Absolutely not. Hell no, it doesn't mean they're lying by default. I have a financial incentive to rob banks. You don't see me doing it. But what this comes down to is, when you look at competitive natural bodybuilding, there is a means and a motive to use and lie about it. The means is that the drug testing is so piss poor that anybody with a reasonable understanding of drug testing and drug protocols can easily be on 6, 7, 8 different drugs most of the year, up to 364 days a year, with nothing special, no masking agents, no designer drugs that just walk through tests, and they can bypass the testing at natural shows. The testing, and even the best federations, is not stringent enough to catch anybody who is even remotely careful. It just isn't. There's no means available to actually stop them. If they want to use drugs, that testing has no means of stopping them. It is purely there as a honor system. So the means is absolutely there. As far as the motive, a lot of these people are making a living and selling products off of this. And the practical value of this is not to say that you need to accuse all of these people automatically of using, but when they are trying to sell you a product, if they're making their living doing it on YouTube, and I'm a pretty decent sized YouTube partner at this point, so I know what sort of money is out there in YouTube. It's a lot more than some people think, and it might be less than some people think, but it is pretty decent. They're coaches, they're personal trainers, they sometimes sell programs online, they sell nutrition programs online, they sell supplements, they're sponsored by supplements, many have their own supplement lines. And maybe they're even writing diet books. So the question becomes, when you get someone who is a competitive natural bodybuilder, or they're claiming natural, and they sell a product or a service, you as the buyer need to step back and use a little critical thinking. When you look at the basics of it, there is no way to actually prevent them from using, because the testing flat doesn't work. The testing is beyond moronic. And I've detailed that in a lot of videos. If they are selling you a product or a service that you're going to pay money for in some way, whether it's informative or an actual physical product, whether it's their diet or their routine or their supplement stack or whatever they happen to do, if this is a product they're selling you and you honestly believe that they achieved their results doing this, and that if you just do the same, that you're going to achieve the same results, in light of the fact that the means and the motive is there for them not to be natural, even if they've been drug tested 17 times at these shows, might not be prudent or wise on your part. So it's a case of let the buyer beware. And there is your practical value of this, without even actually accusing that person, but to step back and go, wait a minute. All I have is their word for it. I don't necessarily know this person personally, and they're trying to sell me a product of some type based upon their natural status. I would recommend you do not use their natural status for that. If they're selling you a program, you better go research that program and see if it's well grounded in exercise science. If they're trying to sell you a nutrition program, you better go look and see if that is well grounded in sports nutrition and nutritional science, rather than using their natural physique as the basis for that. The same with their supplement stack or whatever else they are trying to sell you. Use your brains, people. Don't just take their word for it, because in all honesty, at the end of the day, anybody can claim natural. You have no real way of catching them, and there is a financial incentive to lying about it. Alright guys, so that's really all I have to say on that today. I hope it's been informative, and I will talk to you guys next time.